I'm Christopher Titus, and this is the Armageddon Update, and I don't know where to start. Is it, what if, okay, did you, what, remember, okay, we've been off for 2 weeks. In the past, my Christmas season is just a boring place, a family you tolerate while you fake smile and gush over gifts that you can't wait to return for cash. Not exactly a Hallmark-ready opinion. This year was different. Our fat, bankrupt, alleged pedophile, illiterate, daughter-coveting, racist president lost the election by 7 million votes. Yet in December, he called the head of the elections in Georgia and asked him to, find me 11,800 votes. We just need one more than we got, see? Because just find them. I'm sure there's 11,000 votes. Someone left in the trunk of a car. Capisce? President tried to change an election where people voted his ass out. We have a recording that for an hour, Trump tries to get the head of the election commission to change the free and fair vote in Georgia.
So, look, all I want to do is this. I just want to find 11,780 votes.
Now, we've had 4 years of turmoil and chaos, lying, and pedophilia, best buddies. This time, however, after 60 court cases, the judges, the Congress, the media, they all asked for evidence of voter fraud, and there was nothing. They said dead people voted, but we saw none. Now, I'm not saying it didn't happen because the lines to vote were so slow, it felt like zombies were holding the fucking thing up. There were 2 fraudulent dead people votes, where 2 Republicans voted as their dead mothers, because a lot of Republicans still live with mommy. They are being prosecuted. There were no miscounts. There were no fake ballots. There were no shredded ballots. There were no ballots made into raviolis. There were no machines corrupted. There were no Krakens. There were no votes blown through a satellite in Italy, and Hugo Chavez is fucking dead. And his signature didn't match anyway. We had one drunk twazzle as a witness who had the goods on the election. Here's what she said.
Guess how many? Wait, what about how? What about?
The judges heard that and basically said, no. There was no fraud. Well, I take that back. Once the election was over, Trump asked his people to donate to his legal fund. He made $230 million off the rubes who wanted a bankrupt, illiterate reality television hack to lead them. Honey Boo Boo 2024. He took their money and put it in a PAC, which stands for People Assholes Con. He can use that money for anything he wants. Did you know that? Your dear leader took your money. He should ask for a refund just on the basis of what was Trump's lawyer's best argument for election fraud.
Witness. Just like you.
You insult the integrity of this court.
Dismissed based on the smell of cabbage and Metamucil. So, if after all of this you still don't believe in the American election process, this guy will welcome you gladly. Go, enjoy, dos vidania. Pack your shit, take your treason, and go. Thanks, don't come back. I'm Christopher Titus, and this is the Armageddon Update. Can't believe we ended that with a fart.
You're fired.
See, yeah, still better than Rudy. Hey, everybody, Christopher Titus Podcast. Welcome to 2021. See, 2 COVID, 2 vaccination. But you know why? That's COVID's nemesis, vaccinations. Although a lot of people aren't going to be taking it from what I gather. With me, as always, the lovely Bombshell Ray.
What's up, people?
And the Hylinder.
There could be only one.
There's only one. So
there's been none for 3 weeks, right? It's been weird.
There could be only none.
Yeah.
The entire country's got to have this amazing level of PTSD. Because I'm stressed all the time. And it was Christmas season. No, I'm talking for reason this time. Not just my normal stress.
Not just baseline
not
Titus.
my baseline, Titus anxiety hell. There was another layer, like a heavy blanket, like a weighted blanket of anxiety just dropped on top.
Not just regular table flipping. It's like getting air with the
Exactly. I was looking for cars. Can I get a forklift? Why? Because I need to flip that car. Things are weird. And
it's been so kind and passive and
I
calm.
am kind.
And you are kind. That was you have been that. The other things, not as much.
More William Wallace than Joker from Batman. But
oddly enough, in the face of all of this, because we haven't been on here in forever.
It's not. It's only a couple weeks. It feels like forever because every day a new fucking nightmare.
We actually had a great holiday time.
Yeah, right. Did
we didn't.
Hope you did.
Do a lot, see a lot because we can't. But it was good. It was uneventful. Except for the world,
except for the world events that happen daily,
that came after Christmas and New Year's.
Was it?
That was
what was happening during Christmas? Well, during Christmas, what I talked about in this Armageddon update was we had the president calling the head of elections in Georgia and basically mob strong-arming him to change the election for an hour. And everybody
called
at the White House...
18 times.
Called 18 times.
Missed
first.
Calls.
Yeah, he was getting ghosted.
Why aren't you calling me
back? The
back?
election official kept saying in the new phone who this, and then finally they got through. Because he knew it was Trump calling. Like, if you knew Trump was calling and you were ahead of the election, I'm not picking up the phone.
Yeah, you know what he's calling for.
With this.
Well, what he used that time for was to get together a group of people that could record the call, witness the call. His legal team, everybody was present. So he did some good.
He out-mobbed him. The good thing about it is that from what I heard in the reports is what the guy did was he wasn't going to release the tape unless Trump said something happened on the phone call that didn't happen. So the second Trump came in like, they're not going to change it. He's like, oh, boom, put it out. And then it's all funny to me when a criminal is like, I cannot believe he released that private recording. Bro, you committed a crime. We could have just turned
that's
it
what
over.
we're talking about. We're not talking about. It is very much
someone
like
violated decorum.
In your divorce, how it just kept being said over and over. You would say, well, you embezzled, $380,000. And the response would be, you filed for divorce. And we would be like, wait.
Like,
what?
I wouldn't have embezzled that much.
You slept with a bunch of people. Well, you filed for divorce.
Exactly.
It was like
you were seeing two other men.
Can we talk about? Yeah, it was. You're never talking about what the real issue is.
But that's what's going on too. So if you guys don't know, we're going to do a couple of podcasts this week to release over the next 2 weeks. Ray and I are probably going out of town, so you'll see us. But I'm going to do a triple part. What the hell happened the last this last 3 weeks?
Everyone's been waiting.
Armageddon update. I know they're mad. By the way,
you need to settle down. Every time I say 3 words, you start going. I don't know how you're this energetic after what happened yesterday, but we'll get to that. Everybody was waiting for your Armageddon update about the riot at the Capitol.
Right.
We were getting constant emails and tweets like, "What the hell, dude?"
Yeah, that's not even coming out in that. The next one's going to be about the guys voting to overthrow the election, and then the one after that is so you got 2 more Armageddon updates to get to. Yeah.
Nice.
You did settle down a little bit. You were like,
I have never in all the years we've done the podcast, we have never. It's the most boring time. I remember being a couple years ago, being so desperate for something to talk about because it was the holiday season and nothing was going on.
It's the holiday
season.
And they were just...
Do you know what's funny?
And second impeachment has happened today.
By the way, it's Wednesday, guys. The president... I now own half of all impeachments. Nobody has been impeached as much as I have been impeached.
Where is your Christmas gift? We need to show that. Grab that real quick. Okay. What was I just going to say prior to that? Oh, we had someone that started listening and decided to go chronologically and tweeted both of us and said, I'm in like 2011, 2012.
Oh, no.
And I'm laughing hysterically every time you complain about how bad the government is. He said, I can't wait to hear how you sound now. So show this. We got this from the Hylinder.
Our genius producer and graphics genius did this for us.
The Art of Chill.
The Art of Chill game with Bob Ross.
And look, it's not the Hylinder.
It's not Bob Ross.
In case you didn't know, that's me, not Bob Ross.
But it looks a lot like Bob Ross. And this is what Hylinder looked like when he had hair.
There can be only 4 players.
Is that what it says?
Yes.
Oh my God. By the way, people, go back through Armageddon updates. Hylinder puts so much extra stuff in it. Some of the graphics they just blow past. Sometimes you got to stop and read them because sometimes he'll put 4 or 5 jokes in them, and I'm always like, make it bigger so they can read it fast because they want to keep going.
Yeah.
This is awesome.
It's a little painting thing for you to decompress by.
Yeah, that's what I need.
Paint by numbers.
I've been coming out working on the hot rod over the holiday, but
you put in the stereo.
We actually have a thing. I mean, so he got impeached today. I'm still scared. They voted. They haven't voted in the Senate yet what they're going to do. So if they don't vote him out and remove him, he's there for 6 more days.
Yeah.
And he still has,
No matter what, he's there for 6 more days. They said.
Oh, they said they wouldn't
definitely
they're not
going to come back until the 19th at least.
This man has no incentive to not do anything. He's got all the incentive in the world to fuck shit up.
I will say that I believed that a couple days ago, and I do certainly still believe he has shocked us all every time.
Yeah, right.
But he has been so deflated of power and corroboration at this point. GOP people are turning their backs, even if they're not voting against him. They're not taking his calls anymore. He bigger than anything, and we haven't talked about this, but he lost Twitter. He lost Facebook.
Right.
He lost Instagram. He lost Pinterest.
But here's what an asshole the guy is.
So my point being that his power was being able to motivate, that's a bad word for this, incite his followers. And he doesn't have that anymore.
Nope.
He has no other means. He tried, best part ever is he got banned from Twitter and then tried 5 different Twitter accounts over the next day to complain, and they shut every one of those down.
So all people,
What are his other names?
POTUS,
but all the other people were like, that's my Twitter account. Let me use it.
his communications director,
Gone,
he tried
gone.
that one.
Wow.
So
Wow.
we had the insurrection at the Capitol, and a cop died. A couple cops died, and now he wouldn't even put the flags at half mast, and he complained more about Twitter than he ever complained about anything I've ever seen.
Well, also yesterday, a letter came out from the Joint Chiefs of Staff, top people at
Everybody.
the Pentagon. Milley signed it, and they were basically so this was another pin in his inflated fat belly, that they would abide by the Constitution, the oath that they swore, and that they would not. Basically, it was like, yo, bro,
Let's lay out how clear
we don't
this
have your
really
back.
is. The heads of the Army, the Navy, the Air Force, the Marines, and Space Force.
Yes.
He gave them that job. He created space. The head of Space Force, Captain Kirk, was like, no, bro,
Right.
we're not doing this. And Spock was like, the needs of the many are better than the needs of the one. And I think
He did
that's
this. He did this instead of.
Yeah, he did.
He didn't do that. He
was
did
like,
that.
"Yeah, by the way, bro.
How do you do that?
By the way, let me show you how much logic I have. So we now have a president who's dangerous. He's up against the wall. I don't know what he's going to do. Twitter actually did this, and I think it was a good thing. Twitter, and just so you know, I talk so much shit on Twitter. The difference why people ask me that, they go, Titus, how come you don't get banned, but the president does? These right wingers. I'm like, because I'm on the side of right. I'm on the side of morality. I am all the time. I'm not saying I'm not harsh. I'm not saying I don't go off and call people fuckface.
You're
I've
not
called
also
many people fuckface.
You're not spreading lies either. You're
right.
not,
I'm not starting an insurrection.
It's not even the lies. I think you have the right to lie publicly as well, but not to incite violence.
Right.
And so even my dad had said to me, my dad, who apparently also tried to get on the Parler and couldn't get on that one either. He's got to call customer service for Twitter and Parler now. He's just can't. But he's actually shut down his Facebook account and deleted Fox News off of his phone. And
wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
no, he's not necessarily going in the right direction. He's mad at them, maybe, and I'm thinking he would put OAN on his phone, right? Because
Okay.
but
so he was going further in the right direction.
The right,
The more right.
My dad said
wrong
the
right.
thing about
Right,
freedom
right,
of speech to me, and I said, first of all, it's a private company, and what really has come to me over and over again is that the same people that fought for that couple, based on freedom of speech, to not have to bake a cake for a gay couple.
Yep.
Regardless of how that turned out, the same people that were saying that, that was their freedom of speech, are now saying that,
But that's the whole Republican plan. Like right now, like this will bother me too. The right is always like free market, free market, free market, free market. Twitter is not a government company. You don't have the right to
that's
Twitter.
what I'm saying.
Where's the Twitter amendment in the Constitution?
That's what I'm saying. Just like people said, that was a private company,
Right.
that bakery, they had the right to do what they chose. Now they're like, whoa, Twitter can't shut him down. because he has in the last 4 years made Twitter. That's where he's announced a lot of horrific policies.
He's using it he's a public official. Correct. And he's using it as a platform for his public officialness.
And Jack finally said, no, you didn't.
No, you not. He's Jack said,
No, you didn't.
But that's what's going on. So you have the Republicans are always based on no debt, fiscal responsibility. The deficit this year, not the debt.
The irony.
The deficit this year is $3.1 trillion. The deficit. Now, there's a difference between a debt and a deficit, people, those you don't know. I had to look it up, so I'm not trying to dentist you guys. Oh, by the way, let me explain how the debt and the deficit works right now. First of all, the deficit is something that, how much money did we spend this year? Did we go beyond our budget, our intake? Yes, we've gone over by $3.1 trillion. So that's the deficit. That's just this year. The debt, on the other hand, is stuff that we've raised up over many years.
Right.
Like during Obama and the Great Recession, it went up like $7 trillion. Under Trump, with a good economy when he started, it has gone up by about $4 trillion, plus the $3 trillion deficit that we just had. So in 4 years, this fucker, motherfucker, has done more for the debt than Obama did in 8 years under the worst recession we've ever had.
I don't think Dennis would cuss.
I yield my time.
Oh, it's about time that Dennis got angry.
Even Dennis is mad. Even Dennis is like, this dude.
Hold on, deficit is a fun one to say. Can we just
deficit?
What?
I wanted to say it.
You guys just both spot. Look at the spit in the middle of the table.
That's not ours. That's Dennis.
Both of you. I was surprised at how difficult trillion was for him.
Trillion.
Bless you, I think.
Wow.
So we have actually, these guys who are in charge of, like all about fiscal responsibility, they have screwed the pooch across the board when it came to how to run a government. You don't want a bunch of people in government who don't believe in government.
Right.
So, because when shit like a pandemic happens, they F it up.
Yeah.
And they did. We're at 4. I like now I'm not swearing. We're at about 400,000 dead now. And we have 4,000 dying a day, and we've had 100, and we're having almost close to 200,000 infections a day.
On a personal level.
Let's go that.
Last week, I had 4 family members go into the hospital because of COVID.
Yep.
One of them passed away yesterday. Sent home from the hospital, had remdesivir, was fine, sent home last Friday, died yesterday. Dehydrated, was taken to the hospital, died in the car on the way to the hospital. I had a family super spreader event that I begged my grandma not to go to on Christmas Day. Nobody would wear masks because masks apparently are for limp-wristed men. And my cousin that's on chemo went into the hospital this week. She's like in her mid-40s. My uncle went into the hospital. My aunt and uncle are both still suffering with it 3 weeks, 2.5 weeks.
And they were all at.
So her aunt says
my grandma was there, who's 87. Everybody knows Grandma Jean. I honestly think it's a miracle.
Yeah.
I honestly have wondered if she has it. I would say I think she does. She's had a blinding headache and really upset stomach. But Grandma, man, she's a tough bird. And so she seems to be okay. And she's getting the vaccine next week. My dad's getting the vaccine tomorrow. But in 1 week, 4 family members.
Grandma, though, even if it's so weird how this thing reacts. I have a friend who's a doctor, and he was like, and I told him, he keeps arguing with me about this. He keeps arguing with me like, it's just a flu, man. And then I go, no, it's actually not. He goes, do you like Elon Musk? Yeah. Well, Elon Musk is a cop. Really? Can I see Elon Musk's doctorate? Like, is he a medical doctor? Because some people, it is a cold.
Yeah. I also really like Kurt Cobain, sorry.
You're talking a lot.
Sorry, I was just saying.
Wow, today you're talking a lot. It's been like chapter after chapter of Rachel today.
We're going to rewind the tape
a stenographer here?
on today. You're going to rewind every time I spoke and he talked over me and then put a tally over his head.
Ding. Yeah, no, it's one time you spoke. You just did it the whole time.
I'll kill you in your sleep. I have that right.
That's true. I did agree to that. That was actually in our vows. And if I cross the line, I can kill you in your sleep. And I was like, I do?
All right. Well, then yes.
You do?
Then I do.
Question mark.
But this thing is viral. It'll whatever's your weak part, it attacks that weak part. It's not one thing. It's it's not doesn't. And I just don't understand I just don't get it. We are now killing 3,000 to 4,000 people a day, and no one gives a shit. There's so many people that are just like, so yeah, if I get it, I get it. Okay, so you're gonna pay it. Let's say you survive it. Let's say you just end up in ICU. Okay, what are doctor bills a day? What is it? $5,000 for intensive care? $10,000 for intensive care, depending on what happens a day.
Are we allowed to answer, or is this rhetorical?
No, I'm just messing with you. Come on.
Where's Dennis when we need him?
Shh, don't talk. Shh.
This is dead air. But so let's say you're in the hospital for 13 days at $10,000 a day. So now you owe $130,000 because your insurance may or may not cover it. Mm-hmm. So we are just, and it's like no one's thinking, or by the way, your lungs aren't going to work like they used to work for the rest of your life. You could? Mm-hmm. You good?
Based on seeing my mom's medical bills, $10,000 a day is laughable. I mean, that's cute.
It's like Big Lots Hospital. Big Lots Hospital.
Yeah, because
that's just when you walk in. You get that immediately.
They're going to do MRI and CT. They're going to do all.
$3,000.
Yeah,
$4,000.
Oh, you need this little plastic tube?
You need you haven't been in the hospital in a long time. You should see some of my mom's medical bills. Yeah, really. Anyway, go ahead. Sorry for speaking.
Wow.
I yield my time.
Yeah, good. I give the time to the Highlander.
The gentlewoman from North Carolina would like to reserve her time of 31 minutes and 22 seconds.
I would like to speak on unity.
That was weird. Can we all work together?
To put our differences aside.
Well, you just got mad
Hold on,
at
let
me
me get
for
my
interrupting you, and then you interrupted me 3 times, and you just kept going.
I wasn't interrupting. I was adding to. I was going to say, as it pertains to what you were saying, I wasn't diverting and going in a different direction.
Neither was I. I was on the subject.
As it pertains to what you were saying about...
You did it again!
If I still am trying to finish this sentence, and I will snuff you out. Trust me. And I will blame it on COVID. He coughed and then he died. Carbon dioxide. The perfect murder. I was just saying that
Works on a lot of cars,
I like a lot of people, what they do in their specific trade, like Kurt Cobain or, who's someone new like Billy Idol or whatever, but you wouldn't take medical advice from them, right? So that whole argument that he had yesterday was, it's like, what?
I love Bruce Springsteen. If Bruce Springsteen's like, hey man, maybe you should, you don't worry about wearing a mask. I'd be like, bro, you're not a doctor. You by the way, Born to Run, awesome. Don't see the medical degree. So I just don't quite understand. Although it was good to see Congress, everybody wearing masks today. But did you hear those guys talking about impeachment? How they were like, these guys who have preached fuck your feelings and preached basically the radical left, and we will never. And they're like, we need unity. We need to come together.
Yeah, all of a sudden.
It is the most bald-faced, feckless bullshit I've ever seen, and that people are buying it. No, Trump got on today on the thing about impeachment. He didn't mention impeachment really. Did you see that? He didn't really mention it.
He never mentioned it at all.
Oh, that's right.
He didn't even reference it. They thought he was going to say something because the video came out right after the vote was finalized, and he didn't mention it at all. He also didn't mention the officer that died defending the Capitol.
Officer Sisk.
Sitnik.
That's right. Sicknick.
Did we say that right?
I think so. Sicknick?
No.
Sicknick. I think it is Sicknick.
He said Sicknick.
It's too early for jokes.
I think it is.
That,
no, I think it is Sicknick. It is.
Sicknick. He said Sicknick.
I think it is.
You're both saying two different things.
We're actually really stomping on the man's memory at this point. At this point, we are literally just, we might as well be dancing on his graves.
Right.
Yeah, Sicknick. I know that's what he said.
Sicknick.
Thank you.
Sicknick. That's what he said. And I said,
stenographer time.
I know what he.
But that's what I said. I agreed with what he said.
This is Us Part 2, the follow-up to.
Can I be pleased? To the family of the officer, we're so sorry. We're so sorry it happened. We were stunned at the level of snowflake these cats were. The woman who got maced, they interview people, they're coming out, and they go, what happened in there? He goes, well, they maced us. And she's wiping himself out of her eyes. They maced us. And well, why do you think they did that? Well, I don't know. We're just having a revolution. Like, it was like she was mad.
Welcome to all the other legitimate protests that have gone through this.
It's awesome to me that these people, I kind of figured it out. The people that are shocked that they got the hammer brought down on it are the same people that got way too many fucking participation trophies their entire life. Mm-hmm. These are the same people mom and dad said, it's okay if you lose. Nothing should happen to you. You did something wrong. Hey, you just be you. And now, oh, it's good revolution. And then they're stunned. What was the other guy? What was the other one that where I was just stunned that the guy was mad? Oh, the guys that was taking podiums. Guy stole Nancy Pelosi's podium and just...
I got this pen. What are you doing?
Now, there's a great story. I'm going to talk about it. I found out later it wasn't true, but it's the funniest story.
Are you sure? Tony said it wasn't, but I thought it. I think. Let me look that up really quickly.
Okay, so supposedly a man tased his balls and died in the Capitol. Here's the story.
His own?
Yes. Here's the story. It's the funniest way to die I've ever heard. It makes the Darwin Awards. Just give this guy a lifetime achievement without even not even a vote. Just like everyone would just go, yeah, we can just vote. We don't even need to vote.
Yeah.
Unanimous consent. That's what they do. We've all learned a little more about government too, haven't we? Because of this fuck up. So this guy goes. He's got a taser. He's in they're in the hall of the Capitol. He goes to take a picture of Tip O'Neill. Of all people. Now, he didn't go after the Lincoln picture. He didn't go after the George Washington picture. Even the Teddy Roosevelt picture. He's like, no. Tip O'Neill. So he grabs Tip O'Neill, and he's got the taser, and he can't lift it up. So he takes a taser, and he puts it between his legs to hold it while he's going to lift the picture. And when he lifted it, his thighs flexed, set the taser off. Now he can't unclench his thighs.
Genius.
Now he's like,
This is all of them.
He died staring into the face of Tip O'Neill. That's really not the way to go. The devil's laughing. So anyway, and then he had a heart attack. He tased him until he had a heart attack, and then he died.
So,
but that was the best story. Before, let's be honest, that's the best story ever. Now go ahead.
Snopes says that it's false. They list the reason that it's false is because, so I have been saying to him, and yesterday we were filming workouts with Tony Horton, and I told Tony too, both of them, I was like, if you did that, I would be so mad at you after you died that's the story that I was left with, that I have to go up, give the eulogy knowing everyone's giggling behind their pamphlets. So
his personality was electric, sorry.
Snopes has said that they spoke with his wife, who told us that there was no truth to the allegation. Her husband's heart attack was not a result of accidentally tasing himself, that her husband would never take a gun or a taser in public with him. I'm not saying she is. And she said, and he certainly didn't, quote, taser his balls. They're from
That's
Alabama.
What she said? That's a quote?
They're from Alabama.
Oh, so he
taser
definitely
his
did.
Balls.
Okay.
Right. 100% tasered his balls.
He said to her knowledge, he was only carrying a flagpole. And these claims could not be farther from the truth, that he fell to the sidewalk. He was on the phone with her, she says. He fell to the sidewalk while on the phone outside of the Capitol. She says he never went in.
So the taser was within his vicinity. So after he fell over, it just fell to the side.
This is shady. This is whole to the white. But
there was also an officer named Officer Liebengood that killed himself this weekend.
Do you know the connection to Officer Liebengood?
I'm not going to repeat that because you're really lefty these days, and that's inciting.
I'm not.
Go ahead and incite the people with what you're. Go ahead.
I'm not going to look it up, guys. Look up who his father was.
Oh my gosh.
Look up who Liebengood's father was.
Go ahead.
Who's Liebengood was?
He's friends with there's a connection to Trump directly. The guy was head of security, one of the cops. His dad is a buddy of Trump. I want to get this right, because once they tracked it, like the investigation. Here's what I believe what's going to happen. We are going to hear 6 to 8 months from now. We need to get the Biden administration needs to get settled and get some shit happening. Once shit starts moving, we get vaccinations in arms, the economy, we start to adjust shit. Once those guys get the ball rolling.
His father was a former sergeant in arms.
So yes, father was a former sergeant in arms at the Capitol, but now he works with a security firm who's friends with who?
Putin.
Roger Stone.
Roger Stone.
Oh,
that's it. So that's the guy who killed himself. That's the guy.
I know, but I don't see how that.
Because the investigation. Because here's the thing.
Oh, you think he was involved?
Here's why traitors kill themselves. I'm not saying
don't say that.
I'm not saying he was. I'm just saying it.
Died.
It's really weird. Okay, so this guy kills himself right after the insurrection that failed. But his dad was a sergeant at arms who's actually works with Roger Stone. So here's what I mean.
Wasn't there another guy who killed himself who was tied to Roger Stone with some banking
connection? A lot of people killed themselves that are tied to Putin and Roger Stone.
Yeah. Killed themselves. You have to get.
I know, but I don't think that we should propagate rumors yeah.
Okay, so the facts are the facts.
But have you researched those facts?
Why would you kill yourself the day after an
saying
insurrection?
that after someone killed themselves?
I'm just asking you. Why would you?
You are.
I'm asking, why would you kill yourself a day after a attempted coup and you were in charge of security because you failed at your job? I guess so. That'd make him sad. I guess it'd make him sad, but I wouldn't kill myself.
I know, but
it failed. He still
you're
worked.
Not clinically depressed.
No one died. I would be happy. No one died. Nobody died.
No, Sicknick did.
No, I mean, I'm sorry.
And
no
Ashley
one in power
Babbitt
got killed. Those guys protected.
Okay.
Those guys protected. Ashley, we have to understand. Again, I go back to how stunned people are. This woman. You see this thing on the news?
Stunned, by the way, another bad word to use during the eulogy.
Right.
We are all stunned and shocked. Sorry, God.
Can't say shocked.
Can't say shocked. Can't say sad. Listen, he was an okay guy. He loved Tip O'Neill. So this woman, Ashley from San Diego, California. I love that people say California is liberal, yet we have some of the McCarthy.
Right.
We have some of the craziest hardcore conservatives in California.
Devin
Nunes. So what happens is this woman, they're breaking down the door, and they were, if you look at the video, if the first time we saw the video, because it wasn't, they shot it themselves, I was like, okay, this looks rough, but it doesn't look crazy. Some of the guys were walking around. Then they showed the video that these guys shot themselves in other doors, and it's some of the most violent shit I've ever seen. They're dragging cops out, stabbing them with American flags.
God.
You know, and
that's why when she said he only had an American flag, I thought, oh, that's horrible too. And then I thought, damn it, they've even ruined the American
they
flag.
ruined the American flag. They ruined a lot of stuff. Anyway, so this woman, they're banging the door. She's a woman. She there's, by the way, a bunch of videos of her screaming about the government. They get the window broke out. Now there's Secret Service guys. You can see them. Here's the window. They're right here. This is how far the gun's away. And he's got it pointed right at him. Now, here's my thing. Someone's got a gun pointed at my face or my chest. I'm not going through that window.
Point taken. All right.
You know what?
You win.
We boo. Yay, Trump. Boo.
All right. Unity.
I'm going to go. There's a churro cart. I'm going to go get something. And this woman jumps through the window. I don't understand what they thought was going to happen.
What were they going to accomplish with this whole thing?
You got a guy.
Steal the electoral votes.
Oh, they were trying to steal.
They were trying to get in to take that box of the physical votes. And one of the aides, a young girl, had the presence of mind to run back in when they were being evacuated and take the box. And there's a great picture of her with another aide holding either side of this heavy box, running down the hallway with it. They were going to do that, which would have given them plausible reason to recount the electoral votes, which even Trump has said repeatedly, some of those people wanted to change their votes because he's been pressuring them to do it. So that would be one.
Right.
They wanted to hang Pence.
They wanted to hang Pence. They were
Pelosi.
chanting "Hang Mike Pence."
Yeah.
Chanting "Hang Mike Pence." They wanted to. The plan was, I guess, to kill Pelosi and Schumer. And so, what did you think was going to happen? So supposedly, where that woman got shot down that hallway was close to Pelosi and Schumer and some of the other thing. So that Secret Service guy was like, "This is how it's going to go." Sorry.
He told him, "Get down, get down, get back,
down, get way back, stop."
She climbed the window and was, I guess, going into that where they had broken it out, and he shot her, and you can just watch her fall. It's brutal.
Wow. Oh my God.
It's fuck around and find out, man. It's fuck around and find out.
And I guess that they have suspended 2 Capitol Police officers
for being complicit because they were taking selfies with the cats.
And there's 17 more under investigation.
Yeah.
Because they had some help.
They were saying, one of the congressmen was saying, it's a black guy, what's his name? He was saying that he's the guy who helped Biden in South Carolina.
Yes.
So he was saying that he's got his name on his door. His name's on his door.
Yeah.
They didn't go in, but where he does his work is 2 floors above that.
Right.
Well, that's also where the votes and stuff are being stored. So he goes, because he's the one who made Biden become, basically without his help, Biden probably wouldn't have won that primary. He goes, they didn't go in my name's on that door. They didn't go in that door. They went where my name's not on the door and went in that office, trying to find it.
Right.
And, so
Jim Clyburn.
Coordinated.
Jim Clyburn. I think we're going to find out. And again, the Biden administration is going to get rolling. Once they get rolling and we all kind of calm down.
Yeah.
When this investigation drops, because remember the Russian investigation took over a year. A year from now, we're going to be like, holy shit. What we're not. I think we're going to be stunned at what happens. My prediction is we're going to be stunned, just like we were when the Mueller investigation kind of died. But that was because of the Senate, wasn't it? The Senate was like, we're not even, no witnesses and no evidence. Yeah. No witnesses, no evidence. I guess we can't convict him.
Oh my God. I have such mixed feelings though, because this whole thing, we saw this coming, but at the same time, we're still surprised and shocked that it's happening.
We got told Michael Cohen, his right-hand guy, was like, hey, he's not going to go quietly.
Right.
He's going to try to people have to be clear about something. Because it didn't happen, there's this ability and this need to kind of brush it aside and continue moving forward. But you guys need to understand what happened here. Our president incited a bunch of people that believe in him to go to our Capitol building while Congress was in session and kill some of the top 3 people below Pence, Pelosi, and Schumer. The only one between that is McConnell. So they were going to kill the top 4 people. So then what happened is there's no government. We have Trump in charge. Right. That's what they were doing. This is a classic coup d'etat. That's what it is.
Dictator coup d'etat.
Yeah, it totally did. And people don't seem to get that. Do you know why? Because he's a fucking reality television star and they go, of course he fucked it up. You know, I just don't understand. Like, this is serious shit. This is history book shit. This is stuff that 100 years from now will all be gone, and they're going to go, oh, the insurrection of 2020 was crazy. 2021, they actually attacked the Capitol. What? A bunch of people. Kids are gonna read about this. Like, what happened?
Movies, documentaries.
Yeah, it's gonna be. There'll be and it was all fat white guys with little beards and. That one cop we're gonna talk about. Let's talk about something good. Eugene Goodman, that cop. So you can watch the video, guys. This cop, man. Every once in a while, I really think that all the trouble that cops have gotten into in the last year was a little bit dampened or tamped down because of this one dude. So Eugene Goodman comes in. He's got people coming at him. They've come through the doors. They've broken in. There's 500, 600 people coming at him. Yeah. One guy. He's one guy because there was exactly as much security on this day that Trump as there was on a normal day at the Capitol on a Tuesday. Right. Because I know the FBI had warned that this was going to happen. Guess who didn't move anybody in to help? Who do you think? Who do you think who could have called? Who could have helped stop? Who could have maybe said, "Whoa, Trump"? So he didn't call anybody. So this,
you mentioned the National Guard thing too.
Yeah. Oh, National Guard. Oh, then in the middle of it, while it's going on, the governor, right? Is Governor Maryland?
Steny Hoyer actually had the governor of Maryland's direct cell phone number because he's from there. So he, in hiding from the bunker, calls him and says, we need your help. We're in lockdown. We need you to send the National Guard now. And he said, I'm ready. I just need to get federal authorization. Right. And he tried and tried and tried and tried and tried.
Nah, we're good.
3 hours.
Yeah.
Wow.
They didn't get
and he is a Republican. He gave a press conference. It's great. You guys can go watch it. Voted for Trump, gives this press conference that he needs to resign now or else they need a 25th Amendment. We could not get, in fact, we were told we did not have authorization. So you're seeing people die. We saw that woman, Ashley Babbitt, be wheeled out on a stretcher, dead or right at the edge of dying. And he still said no.
Wow.
Nope, they don't need help.
So
They're
people
good.
don't understand, like, not only was it a coup d'etat attempt, he actually went out of his way to make sure that there was no help to show up to stop it. Yeah. So on top of it happening, let's say that was the Proud Boys started it. Motherfucker, you're the president. You're still supposed to stop it. So that's not just that. You can't just lump it into one thing. That's 2 things he did.
Oh yeah, he wanted this to happen. He could have if he sprung into action and was like, no, that's not what I meant. I didn't mean, I meant it, I meant it figuratively, not, literally come in here and, be strong or whatever. He didn't do any of that. He just was like, yep.
He waited until he actually got impeached, until that was finalized. He knew it was moving to trial in the Senate. He's heard that McConnell has not ruled out voting for impeachment. He knows that they would only benefit from removing him from the Republican Party. And then he put out a video covering his own ass so that people that are defending him in the Senate and during trial can point to this video, as he said, after the fact.
This was the stand back and stand by moment. And he's like, stand by, because this is happening.
Is that gonna be wild? He tweeted in December, be there, gonna be wild. Right. And the thing about this that's so weird is that we have been so secure in our democracy. And And all this has done throughout the 4 years of his term has just been to shave away.
I've been saying
that security. It just shaves it away.
He's like he has a planer of hate.
Speaking of shaving,
he was just planing down.
Speaking of shaving,
yeah,
that was my ad ambush number one.
Oh, that's one.
Bam.
Our advertisers like, guys, you guys ever gonna do this again? We're taking a break. I like the new. I like the new.
The
blades
new blades are pretty crazy.
They're awesome.
We finally got some. We tried
awesome.
them. You had a whole bunch of hairy stuff in your stocking.
I did, man. The body
I actually
wash.
kept telling
awesome.
everybody to get that Redwood body wash, and I started getting emails. It's sold out. The Redwood's sold out. That's because it's so good.
Yeah.
My other men in my family got that for Christmas as well in their stockings. That the face scrub, the peppermint.
Very
face
good.
scrub.
I'm enjoying it.
Yep, and the razors. Have you tried the new razors yet? Or are you still on? Are you still old school?
I still have the old ones.
You're kicking it old
Yeah.
school.
Because it's just my neck.
If you thought these are crazy, this is next level.
It's always stunning to me that Harry's they never stop trying to improve it. But how do you make it? The other razors were awesome. We've been like ranting and raving about them, and then I'm like, oh my god, I feel. So yeah, it's good.
They source their steel from Sweden.
Is that what I getting? Hey, you're getting the Sweden steer. The Sweden steer going to come over there, going to make the blades in the German factory.
They manufacture.
Wow, I just became the cook from the Muppets.
You need like hands.
Harry's.
I need you to tell me. Okay, I need you to tell me that they source their steel from Sweden. That would be hard for Dennis to say. And they have a factory in Germany. And I would like to hear both people in one sentence.
Swedish Dennis?
Yeah. Or however you can do it, but it has to go into Germany because their factory's in Germany.
Hey, everybody, this is Sweden. We got all this amazing steel there. It's good Swedish steel. But I want everyone to know over there in Germany we're sending it. Well, when are you sending it? Today, tomorrow, when? We are waiting for it. We need to make razors. Okay, it's on the way now, brother.
He's so friendly. I like that.
Really giddy.
Very nice.
I like that the Germans are just raging assholes all the time. Yeah. The Swedish feel like, okay, it's on the way. By the way, that was a bad impression of an old Carol Burnett bit from Tim Conway. Yeah.
So other thing I love about Harry's is that they donate a percentage of all of their sales to nonprofits for mental health care for men. And yeah, they help over 500,000 guys access services. Pretty cool. You guys know we love this company. This is one of our all-time favorite companies in our lifetime. Right now,
it also saves you a crap load of money compared to everybody else's
which
razors.
We all need.
Yes.
Right now to save money. So new customers can get the entire starter set, which is everything that you need: the 5-blade razor, the weighted handle, the foaming shave gel with aloe, and the travel cover. It's $3 for all of it to get it to your house. The whole box, the whole shaboozy, the whole shebang, $3. All you have to do is go to harrys.com/Titus. It's everything that you need for a close, awesome, comfortable
I'm glad they
shave.
do it to men's mental health is a hard thing because men we're not supposed to have it. We're supposed to be strong and not have any breakdowns, and you handle your own business and stuff. And even when guys, have an issue with it, even they don't want to deal with it. And I think that's a really good thing. I love that Harry's does that.
Harrys.com/Titus to claim your offer.
So how do you think the rest of the next 6 days are going to go? I'm a little concerned. I don't know what the fuck's going to happen, honestly.
On one hand, you say, what could possibly go wrong?
Yeah, well,
but we've been saying that.
I don't say that anymore.
But then it's like, shit, he just launched an attack on...
Now we know everything can go wrong.
Puerto Rico, or,
It's like, it took us 4 years, but we are now aware that everything is on the table.
Yes.
There's missiles on the way to Iran. Of course there is. Yep. Of course, Russia's bombing us. Yep.
What's happening at 11 a.m.?
So this is 4 days left. Russians bombing us? Okay, got it. I don't know what to do. I have PTSD. I have, I do.
I have noticed a couple days ago, before this all sort of blew up, Pompeo tweeted a couple things about Iran.
Yeah.
And I thought that was why the military leaders, all 8 of them, put out this open letter, and signed it.
Because they've got some orders.
Letting everyone know. It's like bringing the darkness to light. And that's why I said I am less worried now that happened, because our biggest issues were him inciting his mob, can't do that anymore. He has no social media access anymore. Even YouTube just suspended him yesterday for a week or 2 weeks and closed down comments on his videos so those people can't talk, and removed the video that he posted, whatever that was. And the military. We've been afraid of martial law. You've been saying that for years, and that just went away.
Right.
So that's what we have going for us as we hold our breath over the next week.
They shut down all kinds of social media for anybody that was going to incite or talking about having. In Parler, the basically Nazi Twitter is now over. Nazi Twitter got shut down.
Thank you, Amazon.
I was really, and I'm going to let everybody know what I did. Because I ended up getting like 5,000, 6,000 retweets and stuff, and people started to believe me. I want you guys to understand how easy to start a conspiracy is. So I started tweeting out after Parler. What happened was that she went down this weird hole with one of these assholes, one of these QAnon assholes, just to see what she wanted to see what they were talking about. And I come home and she's like kind of freaked out, and she goes, "You know what these guys are talking about? It's crazy." And she wasn't upset that she believed it. She was saying that
I don't believe it. I think it's so insane. But if I was doing investigative, searching, and I was more stunned that they believe it and how fervently they believe it and what they were talking about doing because they believe it.
Right.
And so he came home, and I told him there's no going back. Like the
world is over. That's so I come home. I'm trying to work on the car. I come home. My wife. The world is broken down. She's like, "You don't believe what they believe. It's all I need." And so I got mad. So what I did was Parler had shut down that night. And so Parler shut, and it weird. These circumstances ended up making what I came up with really work. I told everybody that, guys, do you guys know Parler was an FBI sting? 100%.
Right.
Because, to
Makes
get all
sense.
the other
Sure.
fuckers. Of course it was.
Explain what you had to do to sign up for Parler.
So to sign up to Parler and to get verified, you had to give them a picture of your driver's license, front and back, social security number, and a phone number. So it sounds like
give your social security number?
Yep.
I still don't totally believe that you weren't right. I wonder if you stumbled on...
Because the security was so shit, and then the same night it closed down, supposedly it was started by the Mercers. Well, the Mercers are billionaires. They could keep Parler going all forever if they wanted to.
It's just a pet project.
Right, but it's not even costing any money.
Right.
It's like nothing.
Yeah.
Well, it just went away. The Apple put it server, they pulled server. I think the FBI, and I still think it's possible. So I was like, I just start writing out this FBI sting, and then I put my...
Say that again?
FBI sting. Sorry, I'm clearing here. It's an FBI sting.
There you go.
My father-in-law, was in Army intelligence, and I said, "Well, I know that he's laughing because his friends in the FBI are saying it's crazy what these people will tell you online, what they'll just let out."
Yeah.
And I said, "You guys have been getting tracked for 4 years." I go, it started out, Obama started it because so here's what I laid out for them. I said, Obama started it because of the Russian probe. They wanted to catch bad actors and Russians who were trying to infiltrate America. What ended up happening after Charlottesville, though, is they realized they could use it as a site to get basically domestic terrorists and guys and Nazis and everybody else. So when that mission changed, they started signing everybody up, made it this hotspot, and they have information. Well, here's what happened that night. The night Parler went down, their security was so shit that a hacker, this woman, I don't know her screen name, she downloaded.
Pretty cool. This was cool.
90 terabytes of information.
Data.
Everything that they
every video
posted, all the crazy comments.
Every piece of video. And guess who's going to get that now? The FBI.
Right.
And people go, "No, it's not." So people tell me, I go, "Are you kidding?" I go, "It just happened to be the night they shut down that somebody hacked in and took everything."
Right.
Really? I go, "Why would the FBI let you know?" Yeah.
So he was trying to make up a conspiracy theory to see a non-harmful one to see if people would just jump on
just
it.
Follow it.
And they did.
Oh, it's crazy.
But yours kind of worked out timing-wise. It was weird how it worked out. So I almost wonder if you didn't say something that was actually true. The FBI was like...
Smart. Titus is an asshole.
Titus. Damn it, dude.
Hey, guy, did anyone see this dude?
Isn't he a comedian?
We got to talk to his father-in-law. And he's like, "Hey, man, I'm being interrogated by the FBI." What? I was just fucking around. So it totally works, and people leapt on it. Some people were like, "Oh, you guys are fucking," and then someone started posting the information because this hacker put a thing out that said I've done it, and people are going, "Oh, and a hacker did it." I go, "Oh, really?" One person just decided to go in and take down everything. Really? Is that what you think? You guys are geniuses. And so now so some of these guys were like, just bullshit. You can see some people were like freaked out by it. And either way, the FBI has the info now. This person has made it all available.
Well, they've been doing that in part, like on Facebook and Google, and there's data's being collected already on everybody.
Yeah, but it's so funny to me that you like.
But
why?
a private citizen took all the data together. In one clump and can just go.
And just go, here's it all. Here's all the goods.
Yeah, they deleted it, but here you go.
So the Mercers, so then they started going, well, the Mercers would never work at the FBI. I go, the Mercers owned Cambridge Analytica. Cambridge Analytica was one of the biggest deals for the Russian hack. Are you kidding me?
Right.
I go, so the FBI jumped on the Mercers after Cambridge Analytica and said, you help us or you go to jail. And rich white people don't go to jail. So they said, okay, here's our site.
Except for Martha Stewart.
Yeah, really? So the night the insurrection is over, the site that instigated it just happens to go down? Really?
See, you kind of believe it, your own made-up conspiracy theory.
No, I'm just saying that. When you say it like that, don't you all go, oh my God, oh my God. Yeah. The problem is that these idiots believe that alien lizard pedophiles are stealing kids from pizza parlors.
And we're drinking kids' blood and eating them, and we're pedophiles. And and JFK Jr. is part of the storm, and he's going to come back and
he's alive.
take
JFK
over the
Jr.
government. Not the senior, but the junior. What? And the storm and the blackout, #blackout. I learned a lot when I went down this rabbit hole.
I came home to someone who was losing their mind.
I mean, you say that, but you came home and I was sitting in bed, like, the level that I have.
Comatose, kind of comatose about it. You were a little bit like, you don't.
I more felt hopeless.
Yes, exactly. You just thought these idiots believe this. We were lost.
How do you put that back in the bag? That you know
mostly
what I mean?
men. This is mostly men, we think.
Honestly, no.
No?
It was both.
But okay.
Or they were posing as women. It was a lot of men. But here's what's crazy to me is that they tweet and retweet other sources that have 650,000 followers, that former military that made a YouTube video following air traffic and saying that this is what's happened. So during this time, a military guy was saying that the Insurrection Act had been signed. And here we go, kids. This is the beginning. This is the storm. They thought that day at the Capitol was the beginning of the storm. There's 10 days of darkness. We're going to have a blackout. They realized that wasn't it. There's supposed to be one tweet that signals the beginning of the storm from Trump. One tweet. Problem. Oopsie, he can't tweet now.
Bummer.
So then they
wait a minute, I have to start the storm.
So then it started. They said it's going to come from. Do you remember who I told you? Dan Scavino. He's going to have to send out the tweet. But there is a military guy that does a 20-something minute long video last week on YouTube following the air traffic, saying, "See right here where the air traffic is cleared. That's POTUS and his wife leaving. He's going to Europe. He has signed the Insurrection Act, and military's taking over. They're now leaving the country to stay safe." Well, it never happened. But these people, they pivot faster than what's his name and Dancing with the Stars.
Yes, but that's the thing is that nothing.
What is his name?
Pivot guy.
No, the White House communications guy. Sean Spicer. They pivot faster than Sean Spicer. They're like, it didn't happen. Keep moving. Here's why it didn't happen. It's because of this. And it's the craziest shit.
But that's what I started doing with this thing. I started, every time someone would hit me back on, it's bullshit, man. And I would go, no, here's why. And I just kept bullshitting them. And everyone was like, oh my God. And then people started going,
it's too easy.
Man, man, if this is true, man, this totally sounds legit. Man, that makes so much sense. And that's why I go, why do you think people are being taken down the day it happened across the country? I go, what do you think they were just searching for you guys starting today? They had your fucking names for weeks, months. You guys are morons. Yeah. You gave them your information, your address, and your driver's license and your social security, you dumb fucks. And like people were like, oh, and it was kind of fun. And then I realized we're just lost. We're stupid. Everybody believed it.
And there's some paranoia going on.
Except for Hal Sparks. I have to say, Hal Sparks tweeted me, and I'll say in parentheses, it just said grin.
He knew you were
Hal's very smart. Hal knew
Yes,
what I was
he is.
doing. He knew what I was doing. Hal was like, okay, Titus is going to see how far we can take this.
Hal's funny. You're very spicy today, I will say. You're a
I'm
little
mad.
fiery.
I'm mad. Our country almost got taken over.
You're a little fiery and spicy today, but you still managed to
I am
maintain
a
a level of
human.
a little extra something, a little extra class, a little higher. No, you don't.
elevated it.
It's an
almost
elevated spice,
I'm almost
actually.
like
Yes, that's a
like
great.
a well mixed hot sauce, like something that, but with a little extra bonus in it to actually make me spicy, but also acceptable.
In a very white package.
Yeah,
Or
it works. It works. Are you talking about truff by any chance?
I am.
Oh my god! And I want
And some gold on
from
it.
you.
yeah, ad ambush number 2. Well, you've only tried the white truffle, right?
Yes, which I pretty much drank.
Did you? It's
yes.
awesome.
Oh my god.
There's a black truffle
Glad you like
one,
truffle. Some people,
and then there is a hotter one that comes in a red label bottle.
we
So
only have
there's
to, we have
3.
to sample ones too, don't we? We give them one of the hot some ones.
The
You can't do
black-
big bottle.
Yeah, we have
hot
a
one.
sample of or a baby travel size. I told him they sent us some extra stuff, and they gave us some travel size black truffle. Not even kidding. If you guys think I'm making this up for the purpose of the ad, we get nothing extra for this. I actually told him legitimately, I said, well, babe, once we get back on the road, now you'll be able to take truff with you. Everything he eats. Nothing is excluded. He made soup the other day, those Costco soups. He pours it in the soup every time and stirs it in.
Yeah,
Right?
I felt the same thing.
Yeah.
I was when I
That's how good
it dripped out. I'm like, I have nothing to eat now because this is the truffles. It's all gone.
We have this. Do we have this place that we
Did
go
you
to?
go through yours already?
Yeah. And then I added water to it because it's like I can't live with it. I can't live without it.
Right. Right. Ask her. I go.
Oh my God.
I can't eat without it now.
No, we'll get you
He
some
can't
more.
either.
Get
He
some
can't eat any. I mean, eggs.
Eggs.
Yes.
Burrito for sure, but I expected it on a burrito. I did not expect it. I made that scallop chowder. You dumped it in everything I cooked. You coat it in that now. Every takeout we've gotten, you put it on In-N-Out last week.
But because it's not just hot sauce, it's got this little extra that truffle taste to it. Everything I've put it on elevated it. Like the tacos I had,
It like goes with
They're good on
everything.
that.
So we go to this place called Mercado here in LA. It's a great taco place. I love it to death. They almost tried to kill us one night, but that had to do with
That's a
something.
long story.
Yeah, it's a long story. And so I just put a little line across those tacos, and man, does it take it to another level.
Yeah.
People, truff hot sauce.
good.
We're not. I ain't kidding.
I love that you love it too. You're both.
I knew he would.
You're
though.
kind of disciples. It's a little scary.
yeah.
Like this is how a cult gets started. So it's Truff, Truff. You guys already know that he's they are obsessed with it. So is Oprah, by the way. So you're not the first.
There you go.
So you can get 10% off
You
the
get hot sauce.
site
And you
wide.
get hot sauce, and you get.
She did. It was on her favorite things for 2 years in a row so far. 10% off site wide if you use promo code Titus at truff.com. 10% off everything, including the white Truff VIP box, which is really clean. And you can get a Truff. Oh, you haven't seen the variety pack. The variety pack is like next level box, gold foil. It's nice. All you have to do is go to truff.com, as in TRUFF.
The box is on my mantle.
Right.
It's like a little trophy.
Like
Promo code
the
Titus.
packaging is so good you don't want to throw it away. I hate
Yeah,
that. Like,
I still have it,
Apple
yeah.
started that. I have Apple boxes that I don't have computers for anymore. I'm like, I just can't throw that box away.
Right.
Because it's the best.
It's nicer than the thing.
It's the best box I've
I
ever
actually
seen.
did send my sister pictures of the box. I was like, you look at this box. I sent my sister some in her Christmas box, which sounds weird. And my brother and Randy, my stepfather, and my dad. So everybody in our family now has it.
We don't. That's interesting. The only products we seem to take are stuff we would send to people that we love. It's awesome.
Well, it's like when you find something that's that good, you want people that you
Yeah.
like to know about it. You're like, no, really, this is next level.
I have a question. All these resignations for the thing. Do you think that Betsy DeVos resigned? Thank God. Twazzle, and that she did, and then everyone else. Do you think they resigned because he didn't want Pence to invoke the 25th Amendment because he needed the cabinet to do it?
They didn't want to be a part of it. They're not really taking a stand. They're just removing themselves from the stain and hoping for
Save their own career.
employability in the future.
Yeah.
Yeah. The
I haven't heard
honorable
shit
thing
from
to
Katie
do
McEnany.
would be
I
to
just thought-
stay and vote for the 25th Amendment, but they didn't.
No, Pence.
Mick Mulvaney. There were like 13 people that resigned.
Yeah, Mike Pence is he's like an abused wife. The guy, they were chanting. He sent dudes to kill Mike Pence. Dude, they were chanting, hang Mike Pence. And Mike Pence is like, well, maybe because I was going to count the votes, maybe I deserved it. I don't know. We need to put Mike Pence.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
it's my fault.
It's my fault.
I should never.
You know what I did for you to stab me? I mean, it's the bit from my show.
Yes.
We need a battered vice president's shelter. Vice president shelter. There you go. I got it out. I am amped today. We haven't been.
You were less amped at home, but it's like you're one of those dolls that you have to pull the thing out of your butt, and let it go. And because you haven't done this in 2.5 weeks, I think it was all inside of you.
Always pull the thing out of my butt. Always. I just whatever's in there, pull it out.
For God's sakes. So yesterday and Monday, we were working with the Hortons. So Tony Horton, who did P90X, is coming up with this whole new program. You are helping them
Power Nation.
in
He's got a new
editing
company
Power
called
Nation.
Which is awesome.
From what we can see, it's going to be insane. I loved P90X. We were both huge fans. We used to do it together.
Mm-hmm.
And you too?
Mm-hmm.
And so this one, he's done a beta 1 group. And he tests the workouts. He shoots them in his home gym. And now we're on beta 2. Sign up is happening now. And you can sign up and you get these workouts. And you get to be part of helping him develop the final, which will be next. Well, you also get to see a lot of Christopher Titus.
We have a good banter together. So he wanted me on the workout with him. We have decent banter, and I can do the workout.
You guys.
I almost killed myself yesterday.
Oh, yes, you
I almost
did.
died yesterday.
But your banter with him is, Shauna and I she was purple at one point. We were you saw us. You guys, I would join beta 2, which I think opens, Shauna just said, next Monday. So be following their social and his website. You can do it at home. That's what I love about it, especially during all of this. You do not go to the gym. Stay home, do this, and you're going to get a lot of Titus. I'm in 3 of them for beta 2. You're in 3, but 3 killer that you shot all on the same day.
You and I did the plyo workout. That was hard. That can't work. So I did this in one day. Did a plyo workout, which Tony Horton has this immense way of, when you're doing it, you're like, this isn't so bad.
Yeah.
Right.
Then you wake up the next day and you're like, holy shit.
Right.
I can't walk.
Like it's like little by little.
Yeah.
It's like, what are you going to do? By the time you finish, it's like there's 80 moves that you did and you didn't realize it because there was these little ones.
Then there was one I did after that, which was upper body workout, where you actually write down, you have to pick a number, like your push-ups or pull-ups. It's just push-ups and pull it back and forth, different kinds. And I ended up doing 140, 150 push-ups and 110 pull-ups.
Right after plyos, which
So,
if you did P90X, his plyos are not. And this was next level plyos. And then
we did kicking and punching, but we were both so tired at that time, and so we're doing all this, these karate moves, and it's nonstop. Well, he repeats everything twice, all 4 blocks.
You did too. I could never finish when I did P90X. Like every workout, I'm like 3. I could barely finish one.
Yeah. No, and so for 2 hours almost, they did together, alone, just the 2 of them, as Shauna and I sat and laughed and took pictures, and it's amazing. I would recommend getting in on beta 2 just to see that one workout, because some of the things that you guys say, it's awesome.
We were so loopy.
It may not pass QC. But
it made it. Well, the Highlander's editing with them, but we actually have. Yeah, there's some things that there'll be a blooper reel.
Yes, there will be. Yes, and he actually signed off for the first time at the end from the floor. He said, "This is the first time in my career I'm going to sign off from this position," and he never got up to say thank you or goodbye. And you both laid on the floor. He laid there for much longer, but it was pretty awesome. So
I can't. Just so you guys know, I made it today. Today's day 1 of my recovery, and I feels like I have been stung by 4,000 Bs.
Yeah.
Because I did plyos lower body. I did the push and pull upper body. Then I did a basically punching,
And
kicking.
kicks.
This
everything.
is the calm before the storm, by the way.
Oh no,
because
tomorrow.
it's-
Tomorrow.
Oh yeah. I mean, I'm sore just from the plyo workout that we did in the morning, and I work out legs. He doesn't usually do a lot of legs, because he doesn't need to as much. But
Because my family we have a lot of Michigan in us. Our legs are pretty beefy.
they are, thank God, because most guys have skinny legs. You don't. You have muscular legs. But there you go, ladies. But maybe we'll show you one day. But it's something I was thinking about. It's like such an important time right now, whether you think that you need it to run from Trumpers or from bears, or just because you want to be healthy because you
COVID.
believe life might go back to normal, or because there's a pandemic happening. You definitely need to stay healthy. So work out and make sure that you're hydrating. Hydration is so important right now, especially with allergies going so crazy. You saved my life today. I've been feeling like I'm dying.
Yep.
And you sent me that the pollen
graph
index.
is like,
Yeah.
We're on a record.
The pollen count looks like the COVID thing. It looks
Yeah.
like, oh, holy crap, what is going on?
Yeah.
I was like, oh, thank God, I'm not dying. It actually is my allergies. A great thing that has helped me with that, with allergy and sinus headaches, is drinking liquid IV. This product has made all the difference for me. I wake up, I have a migraine, beginning of a migraine. I drink a liquid IV. Within like 20 minutes, it's gone.
I do
It's
like
insane.
I do like 3 a day. I do.
You do.
I do in the morning. I have 2 at night usually. I took one last night. I had 2 last night after the workout when I got
Yes,
home.
you did.
And I have to be honest, I wasn't, when I woke up this morning, I thought I was going to be immobile, and I wasn't.
Oh, well, we'll wait for tonight.
No, I got liquid IV.
Tonight's the night.
Yeah.
But
Well, your Twitter feed is going to slow down tomorrow. 'Cause our hands are going to be
His thumbs
tired.
are fine.
If I can't move, I've just got now my thumbs. Yeah, I didn't work my thumbs out at all. So they're actually fine.
he actually wrapped them because they're so important to him.
They're insured.
Yes, his thumbs,
exactly.
his Twitter thumbs are insured.
Lloyd's of London.
If you're feeling tired, a lot of times, almost, I think it's like 90% of the time that you think that you're just tired or you're crashing during the day, it's dehydration. Muscle soreness, workout fatigue. For me, allergies. Drinking too much. You guys know I often use this during drinking as well. Definitely before going to bed. Big difference in the morning.
The other thing is that
me.
if you're fasting, if you're doing a long fast, let's say you're doing like fasting, doing 14, 18-hour fast, it's less than 40 calories, and you're not really breaking your fast. I'm sure you would argue with me.
I don't know if it's under those calories, it might not.
Yeah, and so you
trigger
and the
an
thing
insulin
is,
response.
What happens is that if you drink a whole bottle, like a liter with that stuff in it, with liquid IV in it, I'm not hungry anymore. It goes away.
Yeah, that happens all the time with me. If I feel hungry, I drink one of these, and then I'm like, oh, I wasn't hungry. I was just thirsty.
I was slowly dying
Yeah.
from dehydration.
But we don't notice that like we
Yeah.
notice hunger,
Right.
and the trigger to eat. They also we have it here, we keep it here, the matcha and green energy blend. It's just another packet. You
Yep.
tear it open, put it in the bottle. That's for lasting energy boost that maintains throughout the day. It's got cellular transport technology. All of their products do. It also, I love the tangerine one because it's immunity blend. So I've been drinking that one a lot every
and
day.
I've been stopped from using a strawberry. I don't get a strawberry, but you don't get a watermelon.
You guys. So they came out with strawberry, and then there's a brand new flavor, pina colada. And I have put away the pina colada and the strawberry.
Just so you know, I get like shit stolen from me all the time. It's in the house. If she likes something, there's these perfect bars.
She has like your own little bunker or
yeah, she
little
got a
nook?
bunker. She literally, there's an entire other room of food in my house that I don't know.
Her
is
with the
there.
rabbits.
It's probably
This
behind
is
a
all of ours.
bookcase. She just goes click and is like, oh my God, this is all my thing. It's because it's the stuff she wants to keep.
It's because
herself.
you're a goldfish and you will keep eating until
I am
you
not
explode.
a goldfish. I would be
And-
huge if I was a goldfish.
It's that you don't savor things and let them. I believe in letting things last, and you don't. You believe in eating it all now or drinking it all
you're
right
making
away.
stuff up. I do not.
And so I just want it to last. So I'll put a few in there.
You're trying to sound so Mother Teresa. You are a liar.
Oh no, I'm not Mother Teresa. I want to have strawberry.
I want this for me, and I don't want you to have any.
No, I give you some, but I dole them out.
Thank God she gives me some. She gives me some. Good for her.
I slide some in there.
That's good. It's good. Like, please, can I have some more?
Actually, you're not even telling the truth. When we got all of the bags of flavors, we stood there and I said, I'll take these 2. You can have these 8. And you said...
I had no input on this. Do you hear that? How little input I had?
You directed the order of them.
She's like, all right, here's what you get. Here's what I get. I feel like I have a big sister and I'm like, but I don't want...
I put a motion on the floor,
1 2 for me.
And he did not object. He said, okay. But you can't touch watermelon. That's what you said. And I said, okay. I like watermelon a lot too. That one's in my top 3.
You took. I feel like it's just weird. I always feel like I'm a Costello. I'm Costello. I'm Lou Costello. I'm just like, all right. To tell you what, hey, give me 2 10s for a 5. That worked out for me.
Wait, that wasn't Lou Costello. Hold on, that was.
Hey, Chip. Hey, wait a minute, Chip. Yeah, I can't. Hey, oh my God, you gave me. Okay, hold on. Yeah, I got a 5 and you got 2 10s. Wait a minute. It doesn't seem. Thank you.
Bravo.
Clean ingredients, non-GMO, soy-free, dairy-free, gluten-free. All you have to do, grab your Energy Liquid IV, the green matcha that we told you about, the energy blend. We all drink that. You can get it in bulk nationwide at Costco, or you can get 25% off when you go to liquidiv.com and use promo code Titus at checkout. That's 25% off of anything on their website. They also have a lavender sleep one that you really like that one a lot.
But it doesn't
promo code Titus, liquidiv.com. Start fueling your adventures.
I have to say
today.
this. We've had some people that have written this that have tried it that have actually it's changed their health. And your dad started.
My dad uses it. My dad has the energy and the hydration, and actually he was it has helped to balance and maintain his blood pressure because he has heart issues, and whenever his blood pressure drops radically, I always say go drink, and he's like, oh right, and he'll go drink that one. A lot of times, when you're super dehydrated, your blood pressure drops, and so I learned that with my mom. So he does that pretty religiously now, especially after he works outside all day and sweats.
He's about to be a Democrat because he's like coming back to.
I don't know, man. I think this whole thing might change some people's views on that. They were talking today about how they believe that when this is over, that the current Republican Party will no longer be that. There's 2 sides now. We've got these Republicans that are 10 people voted for impeachment today in the House. 10 Republicans voted for impeachment today. So those people, Liz Cheney was one of the big ones. And they were saying that they believe that there'll be and then you've got these fucking psychos who are QAnon people, Boebert and
Green
and Taylor Green, who are just like they believe the storm is coming. As a matter of fact, did you see Boebert? She had tweeted out while they were attacking the Capitol. She just tweeted 1776 like it was a new revolution.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that's a little seditious, don't you think? Yeah. Like if you're tweeting out that, like, what?
Yeah, that's a cheer
on that. I don't understand.
I don't know either. I think again, my prediction is this: once the new administration comes in, everything settles down. Merrick Garland is now going to be. By the way, Merrick Garland. This makes me so fucking happy. Merrick Garland, who got denied on the Supreme Court by Mitch McConnell, is now going to be the Attorney General. Ha ha.
I wonder if he'll investigate the election in Kentucky.
I think he should. I think. By the way, just everything's weird, and so we've got a guy who every attorney said. I read a lot about the Merrick Garland thing when he got denied the Supreme Court, and every attorney that talks about him, right or left, says if you went into Merrick Garland's court and he called you on something, you fucked up. They were like, no, this dude knows the law better than anybody.
It's crazy. Revenge is a dish best served cold.
Oh, yeah.
Speaking of dishes that shouldn't be served cold. Huh?
Oh, my God. And now, advertisement alert. Sorry we were off so long. We'll go a little longer today so you guys don't have to listen to ads.
Advertiser ambush. HelloFresh. Another.
Oh.
So this is there's a theme today in taking care of yourself, a better you, a new you, for whatever reason, outrunning
and
lions.
And a more convenient you.
Or, well, that's the difference. Time and money. I was reading this earlier. I think it says that if you use HelloFresh, it's 40% 46% cheaper than shopping at your grocery store. And you can do it in your pajamas, which that's like at least 20% bonus.
But it shows up and the stuff's already so well put together. I mean, the food that you put together from what they sent us was stunning. I know. And, without truff. You put truff on top of that?
Actually, the first time, you did actually have this without that. And you have asked for it repeatedly since then.
I remember at the end of the chicken, I was like, is that all there was? We finished all of it. And I was like, is that all? Are we done now?
I'm not going to lie. I thought about like shaving pieces off of yours and then covering it with vegetables so you wouldn't. It was really good. Whatever. That was that panko crusted stupidity. But
guys,
so
you can get food like it's stunning, and you make it. It's not. You're not buying food that's delivered by DoorDash. You're buying this kit that has everything you need. It's been worked out.
Yeah.
The mad scientists at HelloFresh have figured it out, and when you eat it, it's like holy shit.
Well, then they give you these giant recipe cards with pictures and everything, telling you what to do.
That.
And then I keep the recipe cards. And what's crazy is because you have to make it, you learn things.
Right.
And I've been cooking my whole life, but I learned, I'm not going to bore everybody with it, but a couple ways of making chicken just by making that one recipe. I was like, oh, you can do that. So I've done variations of that since. You keep the recipe cards, you can recreate it. Anyway, it's also...
if you're a single dude and COVID's going to be over when you want to start dating, here's what women really love. Women love if you can cook. So you grab the HelloFresh, you get the whole kit, you put it together, boom. Yeah, I made this. Oh my God.
They have
Quick,
oven
hide the
ready.
box.
They have oven ready. They have 10 to 20 minute meals. What I love too is that they also have low calorie, vegetarian, family friendly, pescatarian, like carb smart if you're doing that, low cal. It's really good.
You can go to the site, get what you want, is what you're saying.
You can pick from the recipes. And so we highly recommend that panko crusted baked chicken.
What was the other thing?
Oh man, the burgers with the sriracha onions.
Those burgers, those were stunning. I'm hungry. Wow.
If you want to get this, hit us up on TitusPodcast@gmail.com and we'll tell you some of our favorite ones because highly recommend. You'll be like, oh, I'm making it. I'm not a great cook. This isn't going to be that crazy. And then you finish it and it's like, holy crap, you need this.
I know. And good luck trying to find that stuff at the supermarket, like the stuff that they just give it to you and just do this and this and this.
Yeah, you have to figure it out.
You got to go, where's the turmeric? How do I use this?
Yeah, they give you step by step and it's all separated, fresh vegetables, everything gets separated out. It's pretty awesome. Go to HelloFresh.com/Titus10off and use code Titus10off for 10 free meals, including free shipping. This is this is new.
I think you should
I think
probably.
I'm going to have to jump on that one.
Because I want to repeat that
Who
again.
do I talk
just
to?
because that's crazy.
Ray's got it.
I even surprised myself. HelloFresh.com/Titus10off, and that's the number 10 off. Use code Titus10off, number 10 off, for 10 free meals and free shipping.
You were extra clear about that. That was
because I thought if I say it out loud, people are going to spell TEN. It's not the number 10.
Oh, we heard you the first time you said it. The second and third time
I only said it twice.
To believe it. Like, I still don't believe it. Can you say it one more time so I get it?
Okay. I said it twice. Thank you. HelloFresh.com/Titus10off and use code Titus10off for 10 free meals and free shipping. That
seems like too good of a deal, actually.
That's pretty crazy. They also.
I don't like when deals make me distrust them. I've been on this planet too long to go. What? They're giving me 10 free.
What's
what?
the catch?
There's no catch. It's actually good food. I love it.
That's insane.
COVID, man, we are out of control again, and I don't know what to do about it. I don't know. I did call a guy on it. Did I say this? What happened? Okay, during the break, guys, I had an issue at Home Depot. I went to Home Depot to get some stuff. Guy walks in, mask around his chin, which what do you
around his chin?
Yeah, basically. Basically, it's just a neck thong at that point. What are you fucking wearing that for?
He's making it available for a fist.
So I go, hey, dude, put your mask up. And he goes, fuck you. I go, no, fuck you. Put your fucking mask on.
You want to kill us? He returned fire?
And he just went, and like, I don't know, like whatever goes on here when I get mad, he just turned away and walked away.
Nice.
He actually didn't do it right away. He walked away, walked about 10 steps, and then pulled it up.
Nice.
Because the Home Depot guy went, would you mind?
Yep.
And
I've done that several times. Just recently over the break.
Yeah.
I was picking up pizza. It's our pizza night with me, little me and Wyatt.
Yep.
Guy was inside the pizza place with his mask not on. So before I walk in, I was like, boom, 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 boom. And I'm like, put your, before I walk in there. And then, he put it on. But I was immediately just like, no.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing: is like you're killing me.
Yeah.
Like, by the way, and I don't want to kill you.
Yeah.
I care enough about the rest of my countrymen to be like, I don't want to hurt you.
Yeah.
I don't want you to get sick. We've had family members
Or
going
my
down.
grandma. You could care about my grandma.
Right.
Or my dad, who's 78. You could care about him.
Right. Or little kids are getting in. They said that the highest increase in rate of infection is in children right now. And I don't understand. It's not the Japanese and some of the Asian countries have been doing this for many years. They just wear a mask. I did a joke about it once. Why is it? When did it become like your dick is smaller because you're wearing a mask? Like what? Whose idea was that? I'm wearing a mask. How homophobic are you, bro?
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah.
It's a virus, has nothing to do with your manhood.
Right.
If anything, you're being valiant to wear a mask. You're being more manly to wear a mask.
Because you're a little
stud.
uncomfortable to
help other people. Right, there you go. You're a hero. But if you're not wearing a mask, you're a fucking clown. What are
my
you
mask
doing?
is very tight and it's very uncomfortable. I go over my beard and it's scrunchy.
Again, too many participation trophy kids that have become adults. I believe that's what it is. Also, we became a country that anything that I want is important. That's why all the internet now is a thing where you can actually get anything you believe, you can find something. You know how I know that? Because when him and I are editing the Armageddon updates, I can type in fucking anything. Yeah. I can type in anything and something comes up that's close to it.
Yeah.
I got a crazy Trump picture wearing a tutu. Boom, 10.
Somebody must have done that.
But anything I come with, a mask on a caveman. Boom, caveman. And sometimes he has to create them, and then his are now on the internet. Someone puts all types of crazy stuff that he. Right. We are. My buddy who's a doctor. He's a great guy. I had this conversation, and I know you guys have had it too, where you have conversation with these people you care about and you love, and you're just like, I had no idea you were this person. Like the shit he says sometimes, I just go,
it's confusing.
Like you have, like there's facts. He's like, he gave me some shit that happened. I said this to him. I go, link me to that. I want to see that study. If that's true, I want to see it. I don't have time to catalog stuff to send you. So one of my good friends. And I was like, okay. So the next day, I got up, took what he said, 11 seconds. Brink, this is wrong. Proved it. This is Snopes says no, it's wrong. Sent it to him and the link to the news article that proved it was wrong. To his credit, he said, wow, I'm wrong. Huh. For a guy that you follow a lot, I'm wrong a lot, aren't I? And that was...
He said, you're welcome. I cataloged this for you. So put this in your catalog.
One of us is a better friend. I know how to use the Google Dewey Decimal System, and you don't seem to care about me.
Where does he practice? I'm a little nervous about his...
Not here.
Not here. But why... Like this guy created such a nightmare for all of us in what we believe, and he made it okay to believe shit that's not true.
The truth is not the truth. They said it 3 years ago, and we laughed and we did jokes about it. And now for all of us, the truth is not the truth. And also, you have to remember that we know our intelligence agencies have told us that Russia is pumping propaganda.
Yep, constantly.
Fake news stories, fake videos, fake bots with all this disinformation. And so everybody's confused. And that's how they do it. Yep. We have videos of them saying that's how we do it. Yep. We turn a country inward on itself first. Chaos, confusion, fighting, that's where we are now. We are more vulnerable now because we aren't united.
And it's not going to go back after Biden. It's not.
I don't think so.
When Biden's president, it's not going to go, all right, everything's good.
Right.
They're going to be angry.
Knowing that it's happening to us isn't helping it not happen to us.
Right.
So we're kind of stuck.
Because they have read all of this disinformation and listened to the king of disinformation say that it was stolen. And so even
the big lie.
Yes, even though it's going... we're moving on and he's out of office, that will stay as long as Biden is in office. They will think that he stole the election. And then whomever after that.
Hitler's minister of propaganda, Goebbels, said this. He said, if you can tell the big lie, tell it often, never stop saying it, and say it exactly the same every time, eventually the big lie becomes the truth. This election was not stolen. That's what I talked about in Armageddon. It was not stolen. They have counted it. I mean, Biden won 35 times. They counted Georgia 3 times. They counted North Carolina 3 times. They actually went to the Dominion machines, and they got the totals on the Dominion machines. Then they counted the paper ballots, and they matched. Then they went and they got all the signatures. So here's how the ballots work, people. Everyone says they didn't check signatures because they kept saying that. Here's how it works. They open the ballot. They take 2 envelopes out. They check both signatures. They have a Democrat and Republican agree that that's the same signature. Then you know what they do? They throw the envelopes away and they count the ballot. So they knew that if they brought that up after, here's how insidious this is. They knew that once, because they have to, they get rid of the envelopes. A, so no one knows your address, and B, so no one can match your signature or steal it. So they a Democrat and a Republican observer. Okay, yeah, that's okay, good. Let's put that in the counting pile. These envelopes go in the garbage and get shredded. So when they say, oh, those envelopes got shredded, yeah, because that's what you do, so no one gets their fucking address and stuff. And to wait to do that and then demand to check the signatures again after they knew they were checked.
Yeah, he knew.
Yeah, it just goes to show how bad this guy is. Like, this dude is the worst human being, and now, by any measure, the worst president we've ever had. They said he was also the most dangerous today.
First to ever be impeached twice ever
in a year
in history. No matter what he tries to do this last week, go to his sad little falling down scalable border wall that Mexico didn't pay for, Medal of Freedom to Jim, whatever you do this week and try and make yourself look better forever. What you will be remembered for is the first president to ever be impeached twice.
Yeah.
What I really love is the Medal of Fascism under Trump. People are turning it down. Bill Belichick,
I love
coach
that,
of the Patriots, Trump offered him the Medal of
because you give them to head coaches of football.
Yeah, the head coach of football team. All this. They've done so much for, and he was going to.
And the My Pillow guy gets
the My Pillow guy gets one, of course.
Did he get one?
I don't probably.
Do you see how I'm like that could happen?
Yeah. But Belichick turned it down. He said, "No, after what happened at the Capitol, I don't want it." And I was like, "Awesome, super awesome."
I told him that he should get one under Biden just for doing that.
Yeah.
Now I think he's earned it.
Yeah, right. That would be awesome. By the way, so Trump's going to be clowned for the next. He's just going to be clowned forever. It's over. He's going to be clowned unless he does something crazy. He's just, in the next 6 days, he's going to.
It's also kind of angering because we have other shit that we need to deal with. We have other things.
Really?
Worst
We
other
do?
problems. 100 years, economy crashing, people unemployed.
Vaccine
We've been
rollout.
unemployed since March of 2020. Do we have bigger things to
Yeah, there's
deal
some other
with
shit
right
going
now?
on besides listen.
Oh, really?
We got a new president coming. Why are we still talking about this fucking asshole?
And they're saying Vanity Fair just did an article, but Ivanka thinks that she's just going to walk away from this because she's fully qualified and run for president at some point. What they're saying her plan is probably to run for governor of Florida and then the presidency in the next election.
I like they should pick Florida. Florida will elect anybody. That's easy. I could go to Florida and spend a year and get elected in Florida.
Well, what's funny is DeSantis has kissed their asses up and down both sides, and now they're like, no, we're coming for your job now. They have no loyalty. But President Ivanka Trump, the Chinese shoe chick, is going to run for president. And you and I, we all know that it's 100% possible that she will get a ton of votes.
Lauren Boebert, the Colorado chick, she's
QAnon person.
Never been to college, never accomplished anything. I mean, she was just a normal person working a job. Doesn't have any background in law. Doesn't have any background. Conspiracy theorist. Elected to Congress. And all this does is make every other dumb shit thinks he can be in Congress, doesn't it?
Yep.
How many times have you and I thought, maybe
You have said
we
it
could
a
make some
couple
changes.
times. Maybe I could. No, and I'm like, no.
No, I said no.
You said you could run for political office.
I said after these guys got elected, I said, man, this just makes me think I could just go as well as I can speak. About stuff. You want to debate me? You don't want to debate me.
Yeah, but you care about people though.
All the time.
Yeah, you do, but you're super smart. Let's do this.
Old timey flossing.
Come on, old school.
When we first started dating, went to a nightclub in Florida after a show, and Holyfield. was there in the VIP section.
No, it was the other guy.
Who was
it? Was
it?
a big giant boxer at the time. Dreads. Do you know if you follow boxing at all? Dreads. He had dreads for a while.
He was huge.
English, and he was in Reno of all places. They had a fight in Reno. Big. By the way, that's people don't get. You see these guys like when I shook Tyson's hand. It was literally like it was like here's my hand, here's my
you feel like a child.
hand. I was like, oh, I'm not a little dude. Yeah. And I was like, oh my god, my hand just let my hand go, please, let my hand go. But your hand's very nice, Mr. Titus.
Right, that doesn't match.
You have a small child. Yeah,
was it Floyd Mayweather? No.
Yeah, it was Mayweather.
It was Mayweather. We went with a comic.
No, it was English. It wasn't Mayweather. It was the other guy.
He was a.
You sure he didn't have a glove on? His boxing glove?
It was in Whole Foods. The dude's hand just went.
It just is a glove.
Me. Yeah, I was like, oh no.
Roy Jones.
I think it was. Maybe.
You don't know. I can't believe we can't remember this
follow.
now. Massive dude, surrounded by chicks. We all knew who we were like, holy crap, that's... And we went with this little skinny comic, David, remember?
Yeah.
And David was really drunk, and he walked right up to Floyd Mayweather or whoever it was and just looked him dead in the eye and went...
No, he was sitting down and he walked by and he
we
goes,
were
hey.
like... we were like,
no. Didn't he hit him in the arm or something?
Yes. And
his
hurt.
body rocked. Like he didn't hit him. He didn't punch him. He went bink. And
That's funny.
Like a little love tap. And he's like,
I love tap and not. You know, it was like,
It's like, quit messing around.
Be that guy though. You walk the earth. You're a professional boxer, and you just walk the earth with people giving you shit all day. Yeah, you think you're tough? Yeah, mate, I'm pretty tough. Yeah, like I've beaten guys to death.
It's pretty good.
On accident. I'm accidentally tougher than you.
Do you know, really important if you're going to be a boxer or do P90X or do Power Nation with Tony Horton.
Ad alert.
And to just stay healthy with what's going on in the world right now.
Yeah, what should we use?
Vitamins.
Yeah. Oh, this company. I like this company.
This is a new company that we have never had before. We jumped on this because we love this product. It is Ritual Vitamins. In a long line, I think people seek us out that ship things to your house because I am such a fan of doing everything.
Because you're agoraphobic.
Yeah, because I don't like to go anywhere.
So this is Ritual Vitamins. What I love about it, number one, it comes to your house. You can we both are signed up for a subscription. You can choose basically for your group. They have women, it's like 18 plus, and then women 50 plus, men, same thing. We each got ours. They come to the house every month, each of our bottles. Also, what I love about this is that it's free shipping. They are non-GMO. They don't have any synthetic fillers. They don't have any fake artificial colorants in them. They don't have animal byproducts like a lot of vitamins do, like gelatin and things like that.
So my pee doesn't quite look as nuclear as it does with my old vitamins.
It's vegan-friendly formula. That's pretty important when you know this. When you're buying vitamins, a lot of them, you don't want to know what's in them.
Well, also, you got to remember, though, so you buy vitamins, and if it has synthetic stuff in it, it's going through your organs, and it's beating the shit out of them because it basically trying to
doing more
filter
damage
them.
than good.
Right.
Yeah.
So Ritual Vitamins doesn't have any of that, and that's so basically you're trying to get healthier by using a healthier product. But I also like about them is like get their D3 COVID. I mean, my buddy who was a doctor, he was talking about you just crank up on D.
Well, these have D3 in them.
Yeah, we're learning that that getting more vitamins in your body also helps fight this stupid virus.
And honestly, I've talked about this before, but I learned this with Mom is that a big study came out of UCLA at that time that every cancer patient, they were noticing one thing in common, and it was a vitamin D deficiency, which my mom was severely vitamin D deficient. And I actually met the scientist that did that study, and that was my world then. And it was like I met Bruce Springsteen. I was like, oh my God, yeah. Anyway, these have D3. They're fresh tasting. They also have time release. They delay release so that they dissolve later, not in the super sensitive areas of your stomach, which is very important for me because I have gastritis. And you can take them with or without food. It's not going to be harsh on your stomach. And can I say it again? They come to your house. You don't have to remember. Yeah. You don't have to reorder.
Like the
they come. And free shipping. You can cancel at any time.
That's why I'm not as sore as I should have been.
Yes, probably.
Because I took a bunch of them last night. I wonder if that's
You think about if you hydrate,
deplete,
you
yeah.
take your
Not
vitamins,
depleted.
you eat well.
I'm not saying that it is. I'm just saying I'm not. I thought I was going to be dead today.
Yeah, you're actually doing really. Last night I thought this is going to be so bad. So it's important to know what's in your multivitamin. Go on ritual.com. You guys can see. You can read all about it. You get 10% off for your first 3 months of your subscription. 10% off for all 3 months. Go to ritual.com/Titus to start your ritual today. That's ritual.com/Titus. Yeah.
Is that our last ad today?
Yep. 10% off for 3 months.
That's our last ad today?
Yeah. And they're already really super affordable. I was pretty surprised. I'm a big fan of this.
Again, when you take stuff for your health and the stuff that you're taking for your health isn't that healthy. Like when you got synthetic stuff and stuff you're putting in your body, it's like it's still not good, But the thing is, most people don't know about that. Right.
It's the same thing like with food. I always tell him it makes me mad because I have to pay extra to not get the chemicals that I didn't want in there to begin with. I don't want that. Why shouldn't yours be extra?
Right.
It's better to make because it's easier and cheaper to make potato chips out of newspaper.
I know, but that makes me mad.
Basically, yes.
I don't like it.
Yep.
You mix in not a lot, just 5%. 5% newspaper.
Yep.
And it's a little.
You mean we're going to clean the ink out of these?
A little extra crunch. It's all right. Your body can handle it.
Well, that's the thing. People go and like things like this. They go and buy vitamins thinking that they're doing the right thing for their body, and it's filled with
fillers,
like plastic and sheep wool and hooves from horse. Well,
Do you think of how many?
As a binder, like the
gelatin. That's what I don't want to ruin anybody that loves Jell-O. Don't look up what's actually in.
Yeah, do not look up what's in Jell-O.
But
do not.
Those gel caps, like that, a lot of items. That's what is surrounding those.
But after all these years, we can't seem to find something else. I mean, of course, it took us how long to just figure out electric cars. It's stunning to me that it takes us so long to fix things.
But we just figured out all this stuff, though. We just got electricity like 5 minutes ago.
Yeah,
right?
but we still
kind of
really on the timeline. Yeah,
eggs have got to be so frustrated because one year it's cholesterol is helping us and bad for us, and next year it's good.
Speaking of that, eggs. No, I don't have.
Oh my God! I'm not
ad for eggs.
I'm gonna start banging my head against the microphone.
By the way, you guys, Oscar Mayer is hiring Wienermobile drivers, and I just wanted to let everyone know
that makes me think something's coming back. That gives me hope. Like if Oscar Mayer's like, you know what?
Things are turning around.
We have crossed the Rubicon and we are on our way back to health because we need some Wienermobile drivers.
You'll be called a hot dogger. That'll be your official title. You'll be able to put that on your resume forever.
We all need to go get the job, but pretty soon we won't have to.
They are looking. They're based in Chicago. I'm not really doing news this week. This was my main news thing.
The Wienermobile story.
Yeah.
Breaking news.
Yeah. Because everything's hard. You've just been talking about a lot of hard things today. They are looking for recent college graduates.
Wieners,
I need to tell my cousin.
Oh, so you can go into Congress without going to college, but to drive the Wienermobile, you need to have a degree. You gotta have at least a BA. Why? It's the Wienermobile, motherfucker. We're not playing.
Yeah.
What do you think? This is a game? It's not a game. Congress, yeah, whatever. But the Wienermobile.
Make policies? Nah.
Do you need to know a lot to be in Congress? No. Just you got to yell.
I'm just sending it to my cousin. My cousin's graduating from an Ivy League school.
From Wiener U. From
Send it to Zach. He's graduating in May from an Ivy League school, and
awesome.
You and I both know, would do this.
He'd also be super snarky about it.
If
you told him that driving them a Wienermobile with sexy and get you chicks, he will take the job.
He thinks
for 6
everything would get him chicks. He's still got the confidence of youth. And I think it's worked. They want recent college graduates, to take on a 1-year paid job crisscrossing the country in a 27-foot-long hot dog-shaped vehicle.
Huh.
1 year paid.
Now, I have a question because they're big.
So do you live in the hot dog? Is that what you do?
That's what I was asking.
It starts
like an
in
RV?
June and it goes through June 2022 after your 2-week training session, because we're not just going to send you out in a wiener without training.
Is it a hot dog a bago? Because like, what exactly are you? Is it like a motorhome?
It's a wiener bago.
It's a wiener bago, yeah. That's even better, way better. Yeah, I can't be like, I missed
you missed that one.
Yeah,
dang, I missed it.
Wow.
It's Wienerbago. Get in on Wienerbago.
But that's sort of his thing.
He is, man. Tons. God. Sometimes we're up there and I'm just going, dude, how do you even think like that?
It's the way his brain goes. This will be their 34th class of hot doggers. You will stop at more than 200 events during the year, appear in local news, and create social media content.
And will weigh 200 pounds more than when you started from sampling the hot dogs from your Wienerbago.
Wienerbago.
That's good.
So
I'm surprised. Is it livable? Because it's really big. Is it like a bus or is it like
it's
inside?
27 feet long.
Yeah, but do they have anything inside of it?
You don't want to know what's inside of it.
I would say yes.
Yeah, it looks like it looks full on like there's
hooves and
it's a Wienerbago. That's exactly what it is. Holy crap.
Yeah, they're not going to pay for you to stay in hotels every day. They need you to be on the road, baby. Slinging wieners.
It's got a big tail. You would think it would.
That's where the bed is, I bet.
The way I'm I'm a wiener slinger.
I would put that on my resume. That would be awesome. But for a comic, it would work. I don't know if you're trying to get into a really like high level master's program or like job that they would love wiener slinger on your resume.
Think about that. If you had a degree like an acting degree and you wanted to you like do open mics and stuff. I mean, clubs would be like, hey guys, can I get an open mic? I'll bring the Wienermobile and I get 10 minutes.
I'll bring the Wienermobile.
And just do all wiener jokes the whole time.
By the end of the year, you just have this incredible, dude, I got an hour about wiener jokes in the Wienermobile. It's pretty amazing.
All open micers do is wiener jokes anyway.
Yeah, right.
This is very similar to what I did with Red Bull.
Yep.
And I look back now.
She was one of the hot Red Bull chicks that would drive around in the little Mini Cooper.
No, we didn't have the Mini. We had the Refrigerator. Ours was the Ford Explorer Sport.
I'm with
the bed was covered and the giant can was over the bed, but it was the 2 rows of seating so we could really fit more people to party in. I look back now, they gave us the keys to that thing. They gave us per diem. They gave us, we had coolers packed full of Red Bull on ice. Both sides opened up and they were coolers. We had cases shoved in the back. And at that time, Red Bull was newer here. So it was like cash to people. Hey man, open my bar tab. I'll give you a case of Red Bull. Done. Right. And so then they wanted us to open the market in Mississippi. We were launching in Mississippi. So they just sent us off for a month. And they were like, go do your thing. Here's money. Here's a credit card.
Nice.
Hotel rooms. And you're really close to Beale Street. I'm sure that won't cause any problems at all. And we'll see you in a month.
And how many Red Bull people ended up in jail? Just like this prison. Hey guys, can you bail us out? Why? Well, you gave us a credit card and let us do what we wanted.
And with lots of energy.
And your job is to sleep in. And then really what we were doing was nightclub. And so you go out at night, you take all this free Red Bull so you never paid for a drink if you worked with Red Bull in nightclubs and
so
bars.
In nightclubs, if you called them, they would let you park it right out front too, right?
Oh,
like
we wouldn't call. We were like, Red Bull was so hip then and new that we would show up and everybody would come outside because the truck was so cool, right? And we would just start handing out Red Bull and they would clear the way for us to come into the club. Can you guys sit over here? It was cool for them to have Red Bull be present.
Just to be clear, it wasn't just because Red Bull. You're also you.
There were dudes.
Yeah, there was dudes. Yeah.
We had a whole crew. They sent 5 of us into Mississippi together.
Wow.
I have never been.
They didn't even know it was Red Bull.
So
they're like, what is it?
Intoxicated for a long period of time. It was really a fun time.
So when the wagon's done,
we are going to do what?
Yeah.
What are we going to give away?
Ritual vitamins out of the back of the wagon.
Okay.
A lot of yoga studios. We'll be going to gyms. Not going to get drunk at all.
What will we give out based on today?
Oh man. Well, basically after they've done the ritual vitamins, they'll have some liquid IV. And then what we will also have is that, we'll make sure at gyms and stuff, we'll give out Harry's razors.
Yep.
But also at night, we can actually do a little the old Hello Fresh.
Yep. For dinner.
Yeah, for dinner. Yep.
And
well, when you have the HelloFresh, what are you going to put on it?
You need some truffle.
You need some truff, definitely.
Nice job.
Yeah, there you go.
I saw you panic for a second. And then
I did. But then I remembered my favorite thing.
Your true love.
Yeah. I was like, wait a minute. What do I get to put on food? What do I always put on food? Boom, got it.
Yeah, thanks, Truff, because everything he eats now tastes like Truff. There's no reason.
It's so subtle. It's just all Truff does is bring up the flavor. Have you noticed this? It just, it's like, it almost makes, like the soup I do, this Costco soup that I stir it into, it elevates it. Like everything I eat with it just elevates it. Now, I will say this, there's, I have to deal with how much, but it's awesome.
It's hard not to just like douse it.
Yeah,
because it just.
I knew you were that guy. I knew you were that guy. The hot sauce.
Good.
The hot sauce is hot.
Wyatt can't eat it, right? Like for a kid, any hot sauce is hot.
Yeah, and he only eats potato chips and hot dogs,
cheese, and yeah.
Yeah, right.
Wienermobile.
I know.
But we'll get an editing suite in it.
Yeah.
And I'll just call you, hey man, you done yet? Sorry, man, I got wiener stuff to do.
Which he says sometimes anyway. But
why are you late? Add wiener stuff. Oh, got it. Hey, say no more. Please, don't say anymore. Well, thanks, guys, for watching. We're back. I'm going to record 2 more Armageddon updates this week to cover the other nightmares we had. We will be back next week. Currently, right now, we're talking about getting 2 other shows, and thank you guys for coming to our show on New Year's Eve. Us was fun.
That was really fun.
Did you have fun?
It was fun. We want to release some of the videos that we did for that on the YouTube channel, so be watching for some new content. And then we have your special possibly coming up, and then we're going Carrying Monsters. We're editing that, where that's going to be released, so you'll be able to just go to my website and get it. But thanks, guys, for this year. It has been a weird one. It has been a strange one, and 2021 will be better. By the way, Sheldon Adelson died, and I know people get mad at me for this. Sheldon Adelson was this donor. He was on all these casinos. He's Jabba the Hutt. And he just would give money to anybody, like Mitch McConnell. He was just a bad guy. He died this week. And I just tweeted out 2021. I will kiss you on your naughty parts, man. I love it so far this year. I love it this year.
More good news.
He's been impeached. Sheldon Adelson died. Like there's like maybe I feel it feels like we've turned a corner. We'll see what happens.
No, I don't know about that.
It feels like
it's in the horizon. You can see a little little spark.
Someone's looking in the rear view to make sure they can make the turn.
In my family with COVID and everything, it feels like 2020 just won't quit. Yeah. And also with the Capitol storming, that's where my head is right now. So I'll reserve that for after January 20th. I'll revisit this.
So we'll talk about this on the next podcast, but I think that woke people up a little bit. I think you said it earlier today. You said that we were so used to our democracy being pretty much unwavering, and we got shown that it is not. And this has made me more conscious of our democracy and our freedoms, and like taking voting from us and stuff. I'm a little more conscious of it now.
A lot more people are a lot more conscious about voting and what their vote means. I mean, you saw groups of people that have never voted go, oh shit, I need to register to vote.
This matters.
By the way, I want to thank black women and black people in general, because they stepped up, man. They were like, this fucker's not taking our election.
Not just black, certainly black women champion that. Stacey Abrams is our hero. Yeah. Talk about grassroots movement that she dedicated her life to for 10 years that finally turned the tide. It said that they're starting to look in Florida now to do that same movement, mobilizing people that don't think that they need to vote or don't really know how to vote or don't think it'll matter if they vote.
We proved
but minority groups in general, indigenous people, it's like we said on the Us special that you had you had Native American people riding on horses to get to the closest polling place 50 miles so that they could vote. People, we really got how much it matters. And they were saying on the news today when I was driving here that thank God we now know our checks and balances work. And I thought they worked, but they worked by that 0.1%.
Yeah, we were on the right. We were definitely by the way, the needle was in the red. You don't want to get in the red. And so just everybody who voted, man, and just know what it means. We kind of, we haven't saved our country yet because this guy's still there. I'm not. And we still got psychos out there. I'm just 6 more days. 6 more days.
I am looking forward to just being like somebody who's somewhat competent is going to be running things. So we can go, okay. Well,
I just want to not have to write any more shit about this. I want to be like, I want to be mad again that I have never. Okay, so usually, as she knows, when we started the podcast, I was always looking for a subject to write. I don't know what I'm writing about. I never had to. Last year, I have not had to do that. I'm like, I don't know what
It's
I'm
too
writing
much.
about.
It's too much.
And
to
even
write
I
about.
started to go, God, I feel like I've said this before. No. He's just still an asshole.
Yeah.
It's the same. Yeah, he's just doing.
He did it again.
Yeah. Guys, thanks for watching on YouTube, and thanks for listening on Libsyn and all the places, Spotify you're listening, and Pandora. Thank you for myself, Bombshell Ray. We have. If you want to get these, by the way, you can go to the website. If you want to get our 2021 shirts, on the back it says, "Now we just need a vaccine for stupid."
Oh, and also I want to say this: a lot of people that ordered posters from the Us special, we shipped them out. We shipped them in tubes. We shipped them
2 weeks ago.
Postal service because we are very much wanting to support the postal service because they've taken such a big hit under this dipshit. That rhymed. So in every batch, we would take batches of like 20, 25 at a time. And in every batch, a few show delivered. And the rest of them look like they never got dropped off. Like they haven't even scanned them in yet. I had a couple people say, hey, I didn't get it yet. I see my tracking, but it's never, are you going to drop it off? And I said, well, we dropped it off. Let me ship you another. Now that second tracking is hung up. So...
Well, guys, we'll figure it out.
We are aware. So if you haven't gotten yours yet, they have all been shipped out. And so just hit us up if you have any questions about it.
Hit us up if you have a problem.
We'll be reshipping via a different route if we can't get the post office.
I mean, if we have to, we just go to
UPS or something.
He destroyed the. How do you destroy the post office?
It's pretty stunning.
Psycho.
We had a guy in Singapore get his, but I can't get one to Ventura, California. So.
Didn't you track it to like some weird
That
country?
was a different
Spain?
Here's another
They got to figure it out.
No,
sent it to like Idaho and tracking was
this was the guy that made the order before Christmas for a Christmas gift, and his tracking, he's in Virginia, his tracking shows it in Puerto Rico. Do you remember this guy?
Wait, I don't remember this.
I had to, you were already gone.
What is going on?
So I had to print out a new label and ship another. He'll probably eventually get that one, but it went to Puerto Rico. I ordered something from Lululemon. I checked the tracking. It was supposed to be here last Saturday. It went from Seattle. It came to right outside of LA. It then left and went to Oklahoma. As of today, it's in Connecticut. So, yeah.
Good logistics.
And through all this, here's what I always think about being an asshole and doing something to screw things up. Do it all you want. For some reason, and this is you have to have faith, I guess, is that the world ends up kind of turning it back on you. Everything this man did, everything he did, came back on him. And mother effed him. Everything he did. So I got to a point in the last couple weeks where I thought, well, he's going to try a bunch of crazy shit, but it's just going to go bad for him. Again.
It'll just be like, I can't believe he just said that. Yeah. And that's as far as it'll go.
But also have some joy knowing this is a man who ruined casinos.
Yeah.
Again, they hand you your money and they leave. That's how a casino works.
There's not a product you have to exchange. It's just
he bankrupt 4 of them. There's nothing to do. He's never going to find his genius at 72.
Genius is, speaking of genius, is now banks have severed ties with him, including Deutsche Bank. You have what was the whole list? You have
all of New York City.
So many big donors for these GOP
Let's say this for the next one,
leaders. Okay, we should go down this list because there's some that I'm quite proud of. But I love that Deutsche Bank dumped him. He's not going to be able to get loans from his usual places after this. It's awesome.
If Deutsche Bank says no to Trump, like who else? All the other banana republics. Yeah, come on in. But
that means Russian oligarchs. Said
exactly.
No. That means people like, don't deal with him anymore. He lost everything. He's horrible. Thank you guys for watching. Thanks for listening. For myself, Bombshell Ray and the Hylinder. Later.
Peace out.
There can be only one.
No, I think you should do that. You're jumping the gun a little bit there. House music, one of my favorites. No, that's not house. That's.
What? No? You don't think that's house?
No, you go.
Oh, okay. There can be only one. There can be only. There can be only.